Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So, Mr. Alfred gained nationwide attention when a video of him passionately promoting Aquafina water at a bustling bus garage in Onitsha, Anambra State went viral. His energy, unique style of advertising drew admiration from people online, leading to the bottling company branding him, sponsoring his business with investment worth millions of naira. He was provided equipment, a clean generator, deep freezer worth 8 million naira, as well as additional capital to bring the investment to a total of 15 million naira. However, in a shocking twist of fate, Alfred revealed that despite the enormous backing he received, he could not account for that money right now. According to him, a spiritual attack caused him to lose 15 million naira investment by a bottling water company, Aquafina. So what are your thoughts? We're going to be discussing this. It went viral on Instagram and we've seen plenty of comments. And our question is, we're in Nigeria. Is spiritual attack real? Can spiritual attack take away money? What could have gone wrong? How could this have been managed better? Lessons for the future. You can join the conversation by calling us on 0810-7641-679, or you can call us on 090-241-63440. Tweet to us on X. We'd love to hear from you, or you can drop your comment on YouTube. It is an interesting conversation, and Obiajulo, the deaconess, is here to tell us about the spiritual
angle. You know, you told me before you married that you are not a spiritual person or whatever, but now that you are...
Stole you the slippers. So I will stole you my
deaconess. She's a deaconess. And spiritual attack, this Aye Leo, because this investment just disappeared. The guy said he will sell.
Just like that.
He will not
see the money. He will not be able to account for the money.
What do you think?
So, first of all, attacks always find something to come through, right? There must be a loophole. So they say something like, when you break the edge, the serpent will bite. So you have to break the edge first before serpent see space to enter. And no money just sits down to disappear. Forget all these people that say monkey chop money and the snake swallowed money. It doesn't work that way. Yes. No, it doesn't work that way, right? Something must take the money. So it could either be that you are not planning properly, you're spending without accounting for it. Family members all of a sudden have seen that God has lifted you up and everybody's coming with their demands. And then the money is going out instead of being replowed back into the business. So the first person I'm going to blame is the Aquafina company, who went directly to endorsing him for business. Because somebody can market and sing and dance and get sales does not mean the person is equipped to handle a business. To handle a business, you must be holistic in every aspect. Your ability to market, your ability to sell, your ability to record what you're selling, your ability to replow it into the business, your ability to calculate, know when you're losing. Because sometimes you think you're selling and making profits, but by the time you now start calculating, I used to think I was selling and making profits till I got an accountant who was doing my books, and I realized that this month we made a loss. But I sold now. I said, Auntie, sit and let us do this calculation, you know. So for you to equip somebody with business, I felt they rushed into it without understanding if this particular person has the capacity to handle a business. What they could have done for him, because he was so good at marketing, was to make him a promoter and pay him commissions of what he's bringing. So he's still enjoying the aspect of him dancing around, you know, making noise for people to buy the market and making money off that. That way, what he now does with the money, if he's able to save up from his commissions and now decides to, okay, I would like to start up this business. Can you people give me additional products to add to this? Then you know this person is ready for business. But you don't just see somebody dancing and then you feel, okay, because you have brought us customers, let us equip you. The person may not be able to handle it. So if actually that there's a spiritual something that eats the money, it could be through anything. So I had a very long distance friendship at some points that started doing business. And every time he made a loss, the loss was going into drugs. Yes. Once he feels bad, maybe market does not sell, he'll go and do something, go and take something. So before he realized, he became addicted to taking that thing, and then he was using all the proceeds from the business to take that thing. And the business crumbled. When you ask him, he will tell you, it's the devil. Yes, spiritual. They are pursuing me. They are fighting me. How did you give room for them to catch you in the first place? Let me leave it here. My other learned colleagues are here too.
Actually, it's true. The irony in this matter is that, thank God, so finally, I now know what is wrong in my business.
Hey, what?
I now know that
spiritual.
all my money that has been missing since, that is not adding up, that is a spiritual. I didn't know, nobody told me that, and I've been worrying myself. Now I know. So at least you know that one. Then secondly, you know, it hurts me when big organizations, big brands, you know, when they don't really give back. In their mind, they just feel like giving back, you know, is, you know, going to different places, communities to share what they are selling and stuff. You forget that the reason why you're in business and you're making money is because you have distributors, right? The small scale distributors, the medium scale distributors, the large scale distributors. And then with the small scale distributors, which is the category that boy falls into, is where you should always set up like a training for them. You should always set up where they can meet and interact and know what to do better to grow their business, to get to the medium scale. You don't just set up a business for somebody because you feel like he's a good advertiser or he dances and stuff like you said. So I believe that in this situation, what they should have done, seeing that this boy was he started with just carrying what's on his head, and they wanted to give him a business of 15 million. That's a lot for him, right?
But someone has not made 1
million. First of all,
before.
you need to check, can this person, what's this person's capacity to handle that amount of money, funds, right? Does he have is he equipped with the right training? What has been put in place for him to be able to take stock, do his accounting proceeds, know whether he's making, and then come back to us. Then, if we're giving someone 15 million naira, how do we come back in order to support this person in every way possible that they might need it, to supervise this person, to monitor and see what he's doing, how he's doing. Because if they had done that, if they were still part of his business, they will have noticed that there was something going on before he gets to the point where he has lost all that money. Yeah, I really feel for the boy. I was really rooting for him.
I saw that video.
So for other brands that want to also help people off the streets, you also have to put in the time and effort to follow through, to mentor them, follow through, to make sure that they actually sustain. Because it's sad that you put in money into someone's business and then it crashes and all the money.
I don't understand why these two people are doing like this. Because the two of you, today is Monday, we just left church. You people are saying that the world people are not there.
Because, we didn't say that.
Because he said he consulted spiritual. He had to because he didn't know what was happening, and they told him that it was a spiritual matter. Nima, it was a spiritual. So I think people are assuming like there was no spiritual.
We didn't say that.
I just realized that there's a spiritual that told. Now I want to go and consult my
Me, I
village
cannot
people.
say that there's no spiritual.
Help us.
Because the spiritual that affected rice is the person that refused to use the right machine to mill my rice and let stone come inside and refuse to do the polish that we've always polished to achieve foreign rice standards. That is very spiritual. But they're spiritual. That one, as Africans, we cannot even sit here. But the things that we cannot understand, I cannot sit on national TV and try to explain it. What BC said was my initial stand on this issue. You know, on the side of the company in question. But I also want to see the side of the company in question. If you put 8 million naira worth of goods to start up somebody, they gave him dispatch, they gave him freezers, they gave him everything. They said it in the video.
Business.
I don't think that they left him to himself. I don't think that. Because I've seen distribution companies, at least my mom, my mentorship mom does flour. And for this major flour company, there's periodic training. There's periodic review of their business with them to help them grow. And, you know, she's able to sustain and grow well in business to the extent she's saving her funds and doing well. So I know that as a business, when it comes to that supply and distributorship chain, they take it serious because that's what sustains their business. This popular drink, I can't mention the brand, I met one of their chain line in Satellite Town, the person that reviews the businesses. So he works off the office for what they call them remotely. He works remotely because he has to review all the distributorship channel they have in Satellite Town, all the way into Festac every single day. So he's the one that comes and says, you took a certain amount of bottles, how is business doing, how many more bottles, you know, and the ones that they will give and say, okay, they'll come back later. So it's a full day's job. But this person that they give business, if you know the year word, and they like chop fried meat during working hours, you know, there are several ways they used to chop money.
Are you buying girlfriend?
Yes, and the girlfriend need an iPhone now because now you have 8 million naira. How can you not be able to buy me iPhone? You know, and a lot of all those spiritual needs. that used to worry somebody. Even our spiritual people that used to check the spiritual. You know, spiritual people.
You also need money to consult.
They need money. And you know, if you need to do sacrifice, it's money.
It's money.
The gods now eat money.
Hey,
You know, so you to prepare the thing, to enter into the spiritual for you to fight the battle, so you cannot.
You need to pay
requires
them.
money.
Yes.
There's a check to it. If it's done, they follow those things. Complete. You know, so those kind of things are spiritual that they can affect a person. It takes a straight head to do business in this our kind of climb without having those kind of spiritual wahala. They used to worry somebody a lot. You know, I feel that if he had followed the guide of the company, because he was saying, I called him, even the way he was talking in that video for me, my heart break. Sana money misroad. Because you know, some people have these ideas of how they will run their businesses. They've been trained from running their mother's small shops, but they don't just need funds.
Opportunity. Let me add
We'll
something.
take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. We'll continue with the conversation of how this 15 million could have benefited more lives, or how we could have ensured that we didn't waste this 15 million investment. Stay with us. Be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.